Everybody loves an underdog, but they don't wanna be the underdog. They wanna be the top dog. Everybody loves an underdog, but they don't wanna be the underdog. They wanna be a top dog, starting at the top and not the bottom. How can I start when the crabs in the bottom trying to pull me down with pull me down syndrome? It's something I've been complaining for a lot of times, but I wish I could be on a different kind of wish list where I could actually see my vision come to fruition. I had to pretend to be a white man just to get the praise. Before I put my face on this TikToks, I used to get more numbers, and then they saw what I actually looked like, and they were like, no, I can't succumb to supporting this underdog. Why is that?
I'm glad your parents are not alive to see this.
What? No, wait, now this is totally preposterous. I'm not a thief.
Love yours.
Take off your clothes. You are making a career decision here. Take off
Love
your
yours.
clothes.
Did you hear what this man said to me? Now, I have witnesses.
No such
This man
thing.
is physically threatening
No
me.
such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Goes for all you. It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke is better. Life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Think being broke is better. Life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. For what's money without happiness? Or hard times without the people you love? Though I'm not sure what's about to happen next. I ask for strength from the Lord above, cause I've been strong so far, but I can feel my grip loosening. Quick, do something before you lose it for good. Get it back and use it for good. And touch the people how you did like before. I'm tired of living with demons cause they always inviting more. Think being broke was better. Now I don't mean that phrase with no disrespect to all my niggas out there living in debt, cashing minimal checks. Turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex, and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean this shit sincerely. And as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived.
What? No, wait, now this is totally preposterous. I'm not a thief.
Here we are. William.
Take off your clothes. You are making a career decision. Take off your clothes.
Did you hear what this man said to me? Now, I have witnesses.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, a star in Trading Places. A wealthy gentleman bumps into a person who is very poor. They switch places, and what happens is they have a body swapping experiment where the black man is now the white man, and the white man becomes black. Suddenly all his luck is gone, and he has to learn a lesson about treating people who are lesser than him with respect and love. Eddie Murphy becomes rich and wealthy, and he discovers the things
Put that gun away at once,
easier.
Bristol.
He
Lost
has
your
a
mind?
lot of money, but he starts to feel guilty because this life is not really his. He must get his life back and struggle until he gets to the purpose he is supposed to have. Based on the actual events that did happen between Eddie Murphy and other people, this movie was groundbreaking, inspired films like Just My Luck and also Good Fortune.
We gotta get Wilson and tell him to settle.
Don Amici,
Grandpa, this isn't monopoly money we're playing with.
Denham Elliott,
What a scumbag.
and Jamie Lee Curtis.
By the way, food and rent, not the only things around here that cost money. You sleep on the couch.
Trading Places. Some very funny business.
South on in April of 142!
Space.
Literally, it means nothing. A vacuum between stars and planets. But by the same token, it means everything. It's what
Gene Roddenberry is an American screenwriter and producer. He is the person who envisioned Star Trek. The series. The idea for Star Trek came from Roddenberry's experience as a pilot in World War II and his love of science fiction. He wanted to create a show that would explore space, promote peace, and tackle social issues. The first series followed the adventures of Captain James T. Kirk, played by William Shatner, and his crew on the USS Enterprise, exploring the galaxy and encountering various alien species. A war would then come about between Star Wars and Star Trek. A lot of people love Star Trek, others love Star Wars. Some argue that Star Wars is just full of a lot of action and no substance, meanwhile Star Trek has more political plot points. Well, both of them have plenty of action, but Star Trek is, I guess, much more political and focuses on strategy rather than just battling carelessly. William Shatner is considered one of the greatest actors of all time. His performance as Captain James T. Kirk on Star Trek has been immortalized and mimicked, and it's basically iconic. Every captain, either on a ship or on a spaceship, is in a way inspired by his performance. Some would argue though that Patrick Stewart's performance is even greater. He personified the character of a captain on a spaceship traveling through the galaxy. I used to watch the Patrick Stewart version of Star Trek on my local TV on ZNBC, and I loved it so much. Though it would confuse me why aliens and humans hate each other, but they love each other, but then hate each other again.
It is the unknown that defines our
Okay.
existence. We are constantly searching.
As it stands, Star Trek is considered one of the greatest shows of all time. It's legendary, it's brilliant, and it's always so daring. Though one would say that after the 80s, Star Wars took over. The rivalry between Star Wars and Star Trek is a stark contrast between someone who is the best and someone who is maybe next best. Some say George Lucas was biting Star Trek when he created Star Wars. Well, both of them were inspired by Flash Gordon. Well, Star Trek and Star Wars are one and the same thing, part of the Mad Max universe, part of the Flash Gordon universe. And if you follow the stories of Mad Max, you will know that the end of the world was coming. The world was a desert and we were running out of resources. Milk, honey, water were being fought for, and the persons who had all the resources were hoarding it. So there was a war between those who have a lot and those who have nothing, and that created a Mad Max type situation. So Mad Max is trying to restore order in the universe, and he does achieve this, my friend. But then Armageddon happens again and again. Before we know it, we have an intergalactic war that is explored in shows like the regular show. So if you watch regular show, the cartoon, whoa, Mordecai and Rigby, it explains some of the things that do happen in the Mad Max universe and how we go from fighting over land to fighting intergalactic wars. Well, this is the truth I'm going to tell you about Star Trek and Star Wars. The events of Star Trek and Star Wars happen on Earth, but well, the people who are in a virtual reality video game are actually just playing a video game, pretending to be aliens and on spaceships fighting these wars. And Lex Luthor has created this big video game and he wants everybody to partake in it. If you want resources, my friend, if you want your kingdom to reach heaven, what am I saying? If you want your country to be heaven-like, then you must partake in the Star Trek games, okay? So Captain James T. Kirk is like Clark Kent in the virtual reality video game, and he is the leader of a spaceship, and he wants to restore order and peace. And, well, when the original writer of Star Trek created Star Trek, he meant it to be a way for us to unite. What if we could forget about wars, we could achieve peace, scientific invention that could link us into the heavens, right? There would still be problems because one person will say, hey, the blacks are smarter than us. Yes, we're the scientists, but why the black scientists so much smarter than us? Why are the aliens taking over our game? Okay, so wars would happen because of jealousy and envy between the rich, the poor, those who have resources and those who are gifts, talented, but don't have the monies, right? So James T. Kirk is one of the first persons to take part in the spaceship video game. The show Black Mirror sort of overshadows, or I'd say foreshadows, the happenings in Star Trek. One of the key episodes talks about the characters who built a video game being stuck in their own video game, and they must battle their way out of this video game to achieve peace on Earth. That's exactly what happens in Star Trek. It's all a video game. Everybody is plugged into Pandora. So it's like the world is a Mad Max universe and it's a desert, and Lex Luthor has a solution to the Earth's curse, and he says, I shall restore Earth to its green-like kingdom if you take part in my Star Trek video game. So you take part in it, you battle, you win, then you shall inherit the kingdom of Lex Luthor's heaven. James T. Kirk wins again and again, but Lex Luthor keeps on tricking him and forcing him to play different episodes of the same video game again and again. Star Trek is amazing. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. Many characters have been involved in the reboots and stuff. And some say the new ones are not as good as the old ones. Well, that's just the way it is. Battle between the old school and the new school.
So we can do something we all believe in.
Well, in 2026 we have a brand new show, a brand new Star Trek show, and it's called Star Trek Starfleet Academy. We have younger people coming in who want to be the next Captain James T. Kirk. One of the head honchos in the show is Holly Hunter. Holly Hunter is an Academy Award winner. She has also won a BAFTA. She's won a Primetime Emmy. She's also Elastigirl in The Incredibles. Incredible, right? Right. She played the one of the government operatives that was trying to shut down Clark Kent in Superman vs. Batman. If you remember Dawn of Justice, Superman vs. Batman, yes, she was trying to shut down Superman because she thought he was too corrupt, man. Well, guess what? The same character she plays in that movie is the same character she is also in Star Trek Starfleet Academy. She is part of the Lex Luthor Corporation and wants to destroy all the future chosen ones that want to be the next Captain James T. Kirk. There is an orphan and he is the chosen one. As a child, his mother was a rebel, a criminal. She decided to steal important documents so that she can get herself sent to prison and this boy can become an orphan. Well, what happened was he was supposed to be sent to an evil foster home, but at the last minute he zoom, he ran away. Holly Hunter was the one who was supposed to raise him. Then possibly poison his heart before killing him and donating his parts to a DNA experiments that would allow him to become a robot. But he was like, no, I have computer technology, advanced knowledge that I could use to become somebody in the universe. So for the next 15 years, he's running away from home and he's constantly in and out of juvie because nobody likes him. This kind of life don't suit him. Well, he meets Holly Hunter again, and he makes a deal with her. She will enroll him in the Starfleet Academy, which is like a rejuvenation program for convicts, right? Trying to turn them on the right path. In exchange, he will have to give up his conflict with the world because, he's a bit of an internet hacker and his hacking skills are superb to the point that he could bring about the end of the world. He's trying to crash the video game, the Lex Luthor video game. But Holly Hunt is like, no, don't crash this video game. Lex Luthor still needs my friends to control the world. So she makes a deal with him. I'll allow you to visit your mother who is still alive. She broke out of prison. If you give me a chance to train you to become the next leader of the spaceship Star Trek Enterprise. And he's like, yes, but he's like, no, is that sure? Okay. In the first episode, he meets some younger people who are around his age. This is a grand stage for all of them, and they love, hate each other, my friends. It's not easy.
Led you to this moment. Here now.
Hollywood legend
You weave together the future.
Paul Giamatti, who also starred in films like The Planet of the Apes and Hustle and Flow, plays Lex Luthor in Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Lex Luthor tricked the mother of the orphan to believe that this orphan is not just a chosen one, but is going to bring an end to the world unless you destroy him. So what happened is that she signed a deal with Lex Luthor to create a situation where she forces a rebellion against the Star Trek Enterprise and is then forced into prison. By going to prison, she's separated from the chosen one, meaning that he won't have a chance to be raised in a home that can love him and cherish him and allow him to flourish with his gifts. Well, a lot of things happen in this dimension, regardless of his mother's transgressions. Our chosen one still finds a way to escape prison again and again and fulfill his mission of becoming a hacker that can defeat Lex Luthor in this Star Trek Enterprise video game, my friends. For the next 15 years, he spends his time running away from juvie, my friends. He's on a secret mission. Our chosen one is Robin from the Teen Titans universe. And Robin is trapped in this Star Trek video game. He is trying to save the world with the help of James T. Kirk, who is helping him from a distance. It's in the 32nd century, that's where it's set in, and it's absolutely amazing. Star Trek Starfleet Academy, a brand new show with a brand new vision, a bit more kick-ass than normal Star Trek shows, less political dialogue, a bit more childish, more comedy, more jokes, a bit of Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't know, people who love the original show might not exactly take to this new one. It's different, but I think it's very exciting. It's just what the Star Trek universe needed. In the first episode, Robin must fight Lex Luthor and save the Star Trek Starfleet Academy from destruction. They're only away to San Francisco when Lex Luthor is like, no, I want to destroy this Enterprise. And now it's a battle between the young and the old. The old people who are supposed to defeat Lex Luthor start acting weak and frail. I can't defeat him, so that they can see if they can destroy the chosen ones. They want to ambush everybody on the Star Trek Starfleet Academy ship. But guess what? These youths got balls, they got wits, and they're able
to defeat Lex Luthor and travel to San Francisco. Holly Hunter is absolutely devastated. She wanted to crush the dreams of Robin, but he is stronger than she thought, my friends. I really love the opening episode. You should catch it. It's brilliant, yo.
You will learn the skills that shaped our greatest officers. Like them, we'll ask you to give more of yourselves than you knew you had. To dream without limitations. Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment. You here now. You weave together the future. So go out and seek, explore, boldly go where no one has gone before. It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
Man vs. Baby is an interesting mini-series starring Rowan Atkinson. You know him as Mr. B. Others know him as Johnny English. He's a baffling buffoon who always just doesn't know what to do with life. He's always struggling to get things done. He can't even make his own dinner, son, without betting the kitchen door. Mr. Bean is a character that has really been on a trajectory of growth for a long time. Many generations fell in love with him because of his ability to juggle through life's problems. Whether it's trying to park his Mini Cooper into a garage packed with other cars, or is it going to a dinner date and not remembering to keep his dinner manners. Sorry. He's a quiet man that always gets in trouble. An officer drill bit. A Mr. Magoo, a British Mr. Magoo. Well, the truth is, Mr. Beat is a secret agent working for the government. As seen in Johnny English, my friends, he has to pretend to be a baffling buffoon to fool his enemies into believing that he is nothing more than a stupid man who can't achieve greatness. Well, he is the chosen one. I love Johnny English, my friends. Stevie Kayula made one of his breakthrough performances in Johnny English. So I guess Rowan Atkinson is the one who gave him
3 months.
part of his greatness.
Well, you should see his mother.
Well. So in the Mr. Bean universe, Johnny English pretends to be a baffling buffoon. Johnny English, well, he is a secret agent, but nobody believes him to be the chosen one because he's always fumbling everything. Well, it's part of his strategy to seem like an idiot until the end when he solves the problem. In Man vs. Baby, we have a different situation. This time, Johnny English or Mr. Bean is not called Johnny English or Mr. Bean. Instead, his name is Trevor. Trevor, like Trevor Noah? Well, that's because Man vs. Baby is also inspired by the true life story of Trevor Noah. The things that he experienced. Man vs. Baby is the sequel to Man vs. Bean. In Man vs. Bean,
we can still go on holiday together.
Trevor is a man who is struggling. His wife and child really hate him. They're divorced from him, and he's a strange man, and they don't like him. They see him as a loser who can't even get a job. Well, the truth is, he's a stand-up comedian, very famous. He has a TV network. He's always on TV, but they try to ignore everything he does because they don't like him, you see? He's no Steve Martin, no Jim Carrey. Why does he think he can carry Hollywood? Surely he's a fraud, a fake, a phony. I don't like him. He's full of baloney. Would you like those? They got beef with him, but he don't matter. He's a Christian, he's a saint. In as much as his wife infuriates him, he's always loving and wants to spend the holidays with her, but she always denies him the opportunity, my friends. So what does he do instead? He takes up jobs as part of a renter family. He pretends to be the father of a certain girl, and what happens is sometimes he gets a house sitting job where he's supposed to, sit in a house whilst the family are on holiday. The truth is, it's not supposed to be a house sitting job. They're supposed to sit with him. He's a celebrity and they love him, but they just can't stand him. I wish it was Steve Martin who was famous, not this Mr. Bean. So they always run away from him, my friends, and give him the house all to himself. So he's home alone, much like Mr. McAllister. Home alone, and he has to defend the home from burglars. In Man vs. Bee, he battles a bee. Lex Luthor has sent a bee to destroy Mr. B. The bee keeps interrupting him. No matter what he does, he's trying to fix the problems in the home, but this bee keeps coming in. I think it was Beethoven or Mozart who wrote a sonnet about the bee. Yes, Man vs. Bee is based on that, because sometimes celebrities are haunted by animals. Insects are sent as secret evil agents to destroy a celebrity. You'd never suspect the bee was trying to kill you, right? Well, I was stung by a bee. I was stung by a wasp, and if you follow City Greens, Big City Greens, I got stung by a bee. That kind of thing. Like animals sometimes are sent by other human beings to cause the destruction of celebrities. So in Man vs. Bee, Mr. B must battle this bee and save the home of strangers who have hired him to occupy that space. It's frustrated, it's devastated, but he achieves his end. In the end, he even catches criminals that were sent to steal the things from that place. Well, Mr. Bean was supposed to be the burglar because they believe him to be nothing more than a criminal, but he didn't steal anything. So instead, what happened is the family hired some burglars to go and rob their apartment. Mr. Bean apprehended the criminals and got the big reward from the police. Thus ends Man vs. Bean. In 2025/2026 came Man vs. Baby. In Man vs. Baby, Trevor is facing new problems.
Sorry to bother you, sir.
He is a teacher at a school and they're having a school play. A baby has been sent to play the baby Jesus. Well, guess what? The baby is beautiful and plays a beautiful role in the play. But after the play's done, nobody comes to pick him up. Who is the owner of Baby Jesus? Is that correct? Nobody wants to claim him. So what happens is Rowan Atkinson, or Mr. Bean, or Trevor, takes the baby home with him. He tries to call child services, but they don't want to give him service, man. They all pretending like you don't know what's happening. The truth is, it's part of a rent-a-family situation. We talked about rent-a-family yesterday. And Mr. Bean is a huge celebrity, so they want him to be the father of this particular child. The mother is accusing him of raping her and, causing her to fall pregnant. And this is your child. Since you are a celebrity, this is your child. Take care of him. But she never does even appear in the episode. Why? Because she's the fraudulent one who is in charge of everything. Setting him up again and again. She wants to see how the baffling buffoon that is Mr. B will deal with this. Easy when you're a celebrity. Can you take care of children? He's stuck with this baby. Nobody wants it, and he is forced to adopt it. So he takes the baby home for Christmas. He wants to celebrate this situation with his family, but again, he's
huge for 3 months.
And his daughter, his stepdaughter, have run away to France to be with their lovers. Oh, we're going to France. We don't want to be with you. So he's all alone for Christmas. And guess what? He's house sitting again. There's a big reward if he can house sit a beautiful, luxurious suite. He goes with the baby, but problems start to happen. Whenever the child services come around to collect the baby disappears. It goes into a different dimension. Well, it's because this baby has superpowers. If you watch The Incredibles, the baby has superpowers. This baby is, you know, an evil baby that has been part of some Lex Luthor experiments, and it has superpowers. It can enter different dimensions. It can become invisible, and it can cause all sorts of mayhem.
About a baby that was left behind.
In Baby's Day Out, the baby was the good guy, but in this one, the baby is the bad guy.
So the name's
But Mr. Bean will not
Well, it's
let this baby stop him. He will save it from its own destruction. Man vs. Baby is brilliant. It's heartwarming. It's something to cherish during the holidays, and also after the holidays. Now it's January.
We are
I
naturally
really enjoyed
looking
it.
for a highly responsible individual with maturity.
Right, yes. Sorry.
It's the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Cheers.
Oh, goodness.
This is an emergency. We have a missing infant.
Whose baby is this?
No. I'm afraid we have a problem.
How old is he?
Oh, about 3 months.
He's huge for 3 months.
Well, you should see his mother.